Hey, what's up guys, it's ThatKiddJake, and today I want to recap the iPad mini. I'm not going to recap the whole entire event, mainly because the main attraction was the iPad mini, and for me that's probably one of the biggest things, but if you do want to learn a little bit more about the other things they announced with the new Macs, pretty much they're just a little bit faster, a little bit design changes, but if you want a full recap of that, I'll put a few links in the description of other YouTubers that did a good job recapping the actual Macs itself. So let's get started with the iPad mini. So obviously it is called the iPad mini. A lot of people were debating between the names. I think one name that went around was iPad Air, or something like that, but the iPad mini is what they chose. It does have a 7.9-inch display with a resolution of 1024 by 768, which I believe is actually the same as the iPad 2. It's not a Retina display, but it's going to look a little bit better since the pixels are smaller and the whole display itself is smaller, so it's going to look a little bit better than the iPad 2, but it's not going to be a Retina display. It does come in two colors. It comes with a white, and then on the back it's aluminum or silver, and then they have the black color with slate on the back. And from the pictures, it doesn't look amazing, but I said the same thing about the iPhone 5, and I actually felt it in person and actually seen it, and the slate looks pretty good and pretty slick. It is 7.2 millimeters thin, so it's really thin. They compared it to about as thin as a regular pencil. It's also 0.68 pounds, so it's definitely going to be a lot lighter, and should be a lot more comfortable and easier to hold than the iPad. It comes in a few different configurations. It comes in 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, and 64 gigabytes. And now we also do have LTE, or what the Apple calls ultra-fast wireless. And a lot of people were doubting that there was going to be in here, but I'm happy that it's made its way. And it's going to be on AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon. If you don't know yet, Sprint just rolled out with their 4G networking, and it's not really big yet, but it's coming to a few new places every single month, and it probably won't be as big as Verizon's for quite some time, but if you are on Sprint, make sure that you can check out that there is going to be actual iPad with LTE service with an actual iPad. Not sure if that made sense, but yeah, it's going to be on Sprint now. Inside we are seeing the dual-core A5 chip processor, which was also in the iPad 2. It's still, the A5 chip still was a pretty fast, and it's not the A6 chip, but I think it will do the job, get the job done. And on the front we do have a FaceTime HD camera that takes 1.2 megapixel photos, so FaceTime is going to be a lot better when you're FaceTiming, and it takes a 720p HD video on the front as well. And then on the back we do have a eyesight camera, which takes 5 megapixel photos, and also 1080p HD video recording. They said you're going to get about 10 hours of battery life, which is pretty decent, and it really is better than the other 7-inch tablets like the Nexus 7. I think only gets around 6 to 7 hours of battery life, or maybe 8. Not 100% sure, so that's really nice, but we're going to have to see that in actual real-time use. And you're also only going to get 9 hours of cellular, 9 hours of battery over 4G if you have that one. Also, we are seeing the new Lightning connector as well, and some improvements to the speakers as well as the actual microphone. So overall, it's actually a really good package. It's pretty much a scaled down iPad 2, or iPad in general, with the iPad 2 internals. But if you actually look at the device itself, it has like those mirrored edges like you see on the new iPhone, and it looks really good. And I actually been wanting a 7-inch iPad for quite some time, and they also did in the event itself directly compared it to the Nexus 7, and the big difference was in terms of apps, where the apps pretty much look great on an iPad, while on a Nexus 7 it's just phone apps. So that is a really good point. And also the price, which a lot of people are going from one way to another, but they actually have it at $329, starting at 16 gigabytes. And I believe, hold on, let me check for 1 second, that the iPad is for the 4G LTE is going to be, let me see if I can find it here. Shop iPad. Doesn't say here. Yeah, so I don't know why it's not popping up yet, but I've totally forgot the actual pricing. Oh, here we are. Compare all iPad models. And one thing to note as well, they also did upgrade the iPad. They made a 4th generation. All it really is better internals and a few little adjustments. It does have the A6X processor, and that's pretty much it. So they had the pricing, but I don't see it on their website right now. But I think oh, there it is. For a Wi-Fi iPad Mini with plus cellular, it's going to be $459. So a little bit over $100. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a lot more, but that's where you're going to have to pay for cellular data. And also one thing to mention is that the iPad 2 is still at $399 on their website, but they actually a really good value I saw was if you go to the Apple website store and then you go to refurbished iPad, they're selling the iPad 3rd generation for $379, which is a fantastic value for a 16 gigabyte. And you know, it's only $50 more. So if you're looking for a 9.7-inch iPad, that's where you should go because that's a really cheap price. And so yeah, guys, that was the whole iPad Mini event. I'm personally very excited, and I plan to get my hands on one probably next month when it comes out on the 2nd. You can pre-order it now. Actually, you can pre-order it on October 26th, which is the same day Microsoft is releasing Surface. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much what's going to be in the new iPad Mini. Definitely, I think it's going to be a hit. I plan to get it myself. And if you want to see some hands-on, I'll put some links below where The Verge actually has some hands-on there. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.